everyone, my name is Diana and I have been studying Japanese for about a year now. I've been living in Japan for 6 months. This July I'm going to be taking the JLPT N4, which I'm very nervous about. So for today's video, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be sharing useful books or useful ways I found in helping me improve my Japanese level. As you can see here, I have a bunch. I have like a bunch of Japanese books here. I'm going to be sharing which books I found useful, which books I recommend, and anything else that can help you with your studies. First of all, I'm going to share one of my favorite Japanese study books, which is this one. So this is like an N4 vocabulary. This is the N4 grammar book. I really like the grammar book. I heard their reading books are good, but I haven't tried the reading. I've only done grammar and vocabulary mostly. Okay, so the book starts with like conjugating the passive form, regular verbs, irregular verbs. Very clear to understand, very simple, and I usually refer to this. So yeah, they have like a grammar here, and then they have a little quiz to test you on the grammar on this page. At the end of each part, they have like a exam part. So usually the first one is like choose the word that fits in the blank, put the words in order, and a little reading exam. Towards the end, it has a little mock test, so mogi shiken. As you can see, I worked on it a lot with the Japanese teacher I got. So this book I very highly recommend. Okay, and now this is the vocabulary book. In the vocabulary book, they kind of just gave the vocabulary with a sentence, and then they provide these questions where you have to put the vocabulary in the correct context. Again, little quizzes. So I highly recommend these two books if you are planning to study for Japanese. Okay, so another book I really recommend for any Japanese learner, from beginner to like the most advanced, is this book. This book is a dictionary of basic Japanese grammar. I think this one is like a N5 to N4-ish, and then they have like intermediate and advanced, so you can of course move up with the book, but for now I'm doing N4, so I have this one, and this is like the holy book of Japanese grammar. Seriously, I love this book. For example, like nani ga nai de, it's so convenient just to search the grammar you want. So yes, it will provide like the grammar, what does it mean, and how to use it, like the actual sentence structure. Like they also have the negative forms, example sentences, explanations, and related expressions. So a lot of it is like this. I really like it. It's so, especially because they have like this, the structure. Okay, so now that we have finished with grammar, let's now look at vocabulary books. So for vocabulary, I don't often use vocabulary books a lot, just because I like to study with writing. Like I'm a very visual learner, so I like to write, cover, write again, cover, write again. I think everyone has like different ways to study vocabulary. My one is more time consuming. I'm so sad, but it's like the best way for me to learn. Also through conversations I can learn as well. But for vocabulary, I often use this book. This book covers a lot of words you might need in like conversations and exams. So it has a lot of topics, and it's basically like this, the word with the sentence, how to use it, and it has the little red sheet here that you can cover and test yourself. The audio for this book is on Spotify, so very easy to get. Another book that I use though is this one, the Best Vocabulary Builder. I think maybe this one is a little bit better than this one, but this one it has like a mini story de oboiru. You're learning through mini stories to learn how to use the vocabulary and in what context and in like the situation itself. So this one is more like a little conversation story, and then the words below. It's very nice, especially when you listen to this book's audio. You can hear the conversation and you can hear the vocabulary. Your brain just automatically like, oh, this word is linked to this situation. Maybe this one is better for like exams, learning it in a bigger passage. This one is more vocabulary focused, like words. But yes, both very good books. I think both of them have two different targets, maybe more exam, more daily, but I recommend both of them equally for your language learning. So now let's study some kanji. With kanji, I studied Chinese at university for like a year, and my Chinese teacher was so good. So my foundation of kanji was kind of already there when I started Japanese. But I think with kanji, for me, the best way to learn kanji is, like I said, I'm a visual learner, so writing. Another way that I have recently done is I try to read like manga books. I think manga is a good way to expose yourself to kanji, even new words or expressions. Expressions are not very natural, but it does help here and there. The book I recommend is Blue Lock. I love Blue Lock, but I think it's a very good, easy read for N4 to N3 level. Every kanji has furigana, so I recommend manga. So another way I recommend is having like a kanji book. Just a place to write your kanji that you learned, repeat, write, or read, write. This is also how I did it when I was studying Chinese. I think it's a very useful way. I haven't used this one yet because I am already using another one. So until I finish that one, I will begin here. So now for kind of like a input-output-ish thingy, I like to use this book, which is called Shadowing. It goes from like a beginner shadowing until intermediate. It starts off very easy, like ohayo gozaimasu, and then at the end it has more longer passages like this one. Another thing that I do for Japanese learning is, actually I only started this recently. I used to do it, but it's very hard to continue, which is to keep a diary. After I write what I want to say in English, I translate it into Japanese because it makes me want to express myself more, learn vocabulary through expressing myself. The last part for the output, I use the application HelloTalk, and I usually do like live calls on HelloTalk, mixing Japanese and English speaking. So I think pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and using Japanese with native people, you have to kind of force yourself to do that. And also I think the most important thing when studying Japanese or when studying a language is, please make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. I make so many mistakes. Sometimes I get laughed at because the mistake itself is funny. But you know, it's totally okay because you are just trying to enjoy this learning journey, right? Like for example, one time I was telling my partner's mother, like, take care, which is kiosukete. But I accidentally said, tasukete. I can never forget that moment. Like, without saying take care, I said to her like, help me. These are what makes you improve. So please take it easy and enjoy Japanese learning. Okay, so these are all the books that I use to study Japanese. Other than books, I do watch a lot of Japanese exam YouTube videos, and I try just to do the exams. What about you? Which JLPT test are you taking this year? And if you have a JLPT coming up in July, good luck. I'm sure you can do it. But yeah, I really hope you found this video useful. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Good luck!